Hello again, future millionaires. It's me, Teresa Perrin, and I want to talk about Mullen and what happened today and why I believe that the F3 override key was hot today. I like to call Fridays in plays with options, especially ones that are on fire, F Me Fridays, because sure enough, they always seem to find a way to make the house the winner. So, those of you that had options for today, I'm sorry, but it's really rough when a stock like this starts moving because they, honest to God, it's like a casino. It really truly is. And Wall Street has more money and they will always win. Or let me say 99.9% of the time, the house always wins and Wall Street always gets their money, right? So, that being said, please take options with a grain of salt as they can be very dangerous, especially if you hold them on to expiration day. I'm going to show you the chart. I'm going to try to give you a little brief explanation of what F3 override is, but perhaps this weekend, if I have time, I will make a video for you to explain it better. But actually, why don't I tell you right now? F3 override essentially was brought on by a hedge fund that admitted after the whole gaming Wall Street incident with GME and AMC that basically there's an endless liquidity in the back room and it doesn't matter if there's no shares left to borrow. Their goal is to get the sale at any cost, and that means that if there's no shares, they hit the magic F3 key in the back room and voila, shares pop up and magically shorts are suddenly available again. Well, guys, shorts realistically have not been available on this yesterday at the end of day. Then magically today 1 million shares appeared and they were very quickly gone to 950,000 to zero. And then you saw the drop follow. Now, that being said, where did those 1 million shares come from? Because we all know that these were being bought up like crazy, right? So logically, F3 override. And I swear to God, I just wanted to scream F3 all day today because what was happening was not reflective of the reality of the situation and the momentum going into the day. And I'm going to show you in this video the breakdown, and it was clear that there was shorting pressure today happening. All right, let's get started. Please smash that like button for me too. I'd greatly appreciate it as it helps spread the word and get this video out there. All right, guys. So as I'm sure most of you are aware, Mullen was down 9.88% today after having a nice rally up to about 47 cents. I knew at that point there was absolutely no way they were going to allow this to break the 50-cent level due to options being in the money. And in after hours, we are down another penny or 3.64%. Guys, I just believe that that's pure manipulation based on the fact that after hours has low volume. And I would not be shocked to see on Monday this just absolutely explode back to the upside. So if you're in the position and you think that this is a good price to buy in at, I think it's a great opportunity to add to your position. However, that being said, no one knows the future, so it could potentially fall more next week. I don't know 100% for sure, but I'm going to show you the technical analysis at the end of this video that makes me be more on the bullish side than the bearish. All right, guys, looking at the net inflow and net outflow, the net outflow was higher than the inflow. 9.56 was the difference. So based on that, it tells me that there was heavy shorting going on in this stock today. It says price falls and capital flows out. Bid orders are actively exhausted and ask orders follow to drive down the price. But guys, what do they do when they short? They don't buy the stock, they sell the stock. Okay, so I'm telling you right now that I firmly believe that today's price action was brought on by shorting. despite the fact that they didn't have those shares, as I just stated. This article came out today saying, is the Mullen short squeeze already over? And it was an Eddie Pan article. And guys, ultimately, he says, based on today's price action and relative strength, it appears that the squeeze is currently in process. Now, despite the fact that we are being told by Fintel the short interest is 10.38% with 0.5 days to cover, I don't believe it for one single second, guys. I sent out a tweet earlier today saying, asking what people thought the short interest truly is on this stock. And remember that this short interest number comes from what they are reporting, and they are not required to report a short position unless in the case where it's like a teacher's pension fund or something where they have to disclose the information publicly. So do you think that these large firms are going to tell you what their plays are if they don't have to? Are they going to admit to being short in the stock? I highly doubt it. So all of the information that we see on Fintel and Ortex and any other program, guys, is just a tool, solely a tool to help guide you, because honestly, I don't believe any of it. And from what I see, I really think that it's a bunch of BS, to be perfectly honest with you, until they require them to legally disclose their short positions, which good luck to them. They probably haven't yet, because if they did, you'd find out that companies were well over 100% shorted thanks to that lovely F3 override key. Now, Fintel is now still currently showing that 0 shares available. So guys, there hasn't been shares available for over the last 7 hours, okay? Since that 1 million shares was around earlier. So how is it that this price is still dropping the way that it is? Isn't that a great question? I'd love to know the answer. I'm sure you would too. And wouldn't you know, the cost to borrow falls again today, down to 76.52%. Again, guys, what is going on here? Because demand is obviously increasing, in my opinion. Shorts are clearly increasing, as we can see from the outflow. So why is it that our cost to borrow is dropping? I wish I could give you an answer, but it's not adding up to me. The short volume ratio, which is our short volume in the dark pool, is 52.53%. So that means more than half of all dark pool trades are being shorted. And guys, as you can see, it's been essentially 50% every single day, right? Between 47 and 58% for the past 2 weeks. This allows them to control the price. And like I stated in yesterday's video, failure to delivers are not going to come into play in this stock. Now let's look at what we're seeing on Market Chameleon for dark pool trades. This is disgusting. 73% of all of the trades today were done in the dark pool, guys. That's why this price is falling, because it's not market transparency. It's not a free and fair market. If these were traded on the open market, this would have driven the price up so high, because there would have been competitive price action like there should be. But when they put 73% of all trades hidden in the dark pool, so only 27% are on the open market, do you think that you really can see what's happening and that it's a fair indication for price value? Absolutely it is not. Now, sweep orders for Mullen represented 0% of the trades today. Only 136,176 shares were done via sweep orders. Those of you that don't know what a sweep order is, it's considered an aggressive marketable order that seeks immediate execution by sweeping the top of the book of the lit exchange. In other words, they go in and they buy up all the shares for whatever they want filled at. If they want 10 million shares, they're going to go in and buy 10 million shares starting at the lowest to whatever price it has to go up to get their fill. It's a very aggressive order. And none of that was done today. And generally that means that a market is taking an aggressive, like usually a hedge fund, guys, would be doing this, not you or I, but they're taking an aggressive move in one direction or another. And that's if they're shorting it, they're going to pay more for those shorts as well, to get them into play. Now, block trades accounted for 59% of the volume on the day, which was 314.9 million shares. During market hours, there were 534.2 million shares traded. The 20% average, or the 20-day average, has been at 55%, so block trades were higher than normal. Now, guys, block trades all go hand in hand with the dark pool trading because they're doing a lot of block trades to control the price action. Here's something of a positive note I thought I would share with you. I tried to see what the analysts were predicting price-wise, and we get 7 analysts who have rated Mullen. One gives it a buy, 1 gives it a hold, 4 give it a buy, and 2 give it a strong buy. So obviously there's a lot of people, or a lot of analysts are telling you that Mullen is at a great price and it is a buy, because they're giving a price target for the next year of $23.46. Guys, we're not even at 46 cents right now. Imagine if this went to $23.46. So when I start off the video saying, hello, future millionaires, I'm not being funny. I'm being serious, because I do believe that those that have a strong position in Mullen could potentially be millionaires, just like people who invested early in Tesla were back in the day. Now, guys, obviously I don't hold a crystal ball that can tell the future, and I'm basing this on, analysts' price targets and personally my opinion of what's going on with Mullen. I do believe that there is a strong potential that a lot of millionaires will be made from this play. Now, again, if you only have a small position, that's okay. You still have the opportunity to make profits, and you can't start trading large positions until you grow your account. So you have to start somewhere. So please, by no means feel that if you only have a few shares, or 20 shares, 100 shares, whatever it is that you can afford, 1,000 shares, whatever the case may be, or if you have 1,000,000 shares, it's what you can afford, and not to over leverage yourself, because remember, this company is not yet profitable, so it is a high risk play, but high risk equals high rewards. So all in all, guys, I'm really not kidding when I say that I believe that Mullen will make future millionaires if things go as planned. Now, as you can see, obviously we talked about the average consensus is a buy. And look at, on the low end, they rate it at $23.23 with a high of $24.15 and an average of $23.46. So clearly, guys, that is a huge increase. That would be an increase of over 6,107.99% in the next year to get to that price target. That would be absolutely crazy, and I truly hope that this happens. Now I want to show you the technical analysis. All right, so we're looking at the daily chart, and I'm showing you the 1 year, but I blew it up to just showing the past 1 month because everything's pretty tight together, and I want you to be able to see exactly what I'm looking at. If you start at the bottom of the chart, that's my MACD, and as you can see, the red is above the green line, which is very bullish. We want to keep it that way, and we're starting to cross over this blue wave here, which is another very bullish thing. We want to be above the blue wave and stay above it. Now, if you look at the RSI, I believe the reason that we got the drop we did today, besides for the FME Friday part of it, was because the RSI was oversold and we needed to cool off. So as you can see, it is pulling down. I do expect that we break out again on Monday, and if you go to the top section of the chart, you can see that the green line here is about to cross above the purple. That's my 13 SMA crossing above the 48, which is a very bullish sign, and the 20 SMA is also starting to curl up and will likely cross above the 48 at some point this week. So guys, this is still in a very bullish cycle, and I expect it to continue. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great